Deep in the ocean, an orca pod is on the hunt. But these aren't your average orcas. These guys are organized.
Marketing team, did you get those social media posts scheduled for the SEAL migration?
Aye, Captain. We even have an automated notification for all pod managers when they go live.
They use Monday.com to keep their teamwork sharp, their communication clear, and their goals in sight. Monday.com. For whatever you run, even orcas. Go to Monday.com to dive deeper.
Well, I don't see the point in waiting any longer, so let's bring her out. The star attraction, the one you came to see. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Miss Judy Gold.
This is what I had: banana, vitamin D, vitamin B12,
Wow, you're good.
biotin.
Oh, that's good for your hair and teeth.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then I had, Wellbutrin.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And I had the anti-Mobic or whatever it is for my arthritis.
Okay.
And what else? I have one more. Fuck. Oh, vitamin. Did I say vitamin D?
You said.
Oh my God, I can't remember. Are we recording?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
All right, great. Good evening. What time do you think this will post? Like 3 days after it's supposed to?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Anyway, welcome to Kill Me Now. My name is Judy Gold. I'm your host, and thank you. Thank you very much. We have a very, very special guest today. Of course, I'm here with...
Hennessy.
No. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, just wanted to give you the cred you need.
Thank you.
Is here.
I love you.
And Patrick is on the board. Hello. And he is bored. And we have a special guest also in the studio. Hemda is here. Woo! Oh, wait. Shit, where's my whistle? Where's my whistle? See, Patrick's great. Hemda is here at post-surgery. And our guest today... all right, first of all, I just want to say that I was a little late because of the fucking marathon, and I rode my bike here, and they closed the by Tavern on the Green, which is not Tavern on the Green. Is it still Tavern on the Green?
It is. It reopened as Tavern on the Green. They
You can
I haven't
talk.
been
Because you'd
introduced
like
yet.
people to
Guess who this is?
Guess who that is?
Da, 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 da,
You know
da.
Her name
voice
is
from-
Rachel Dratch.
Oh,
Yay,
yeah.
Rachel! Thank you for coming. I'm so excited.
know.
I've been trying to get Rachel here for a year.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a tough get.
Since
You are.
No,
Yeah,
no,
you
we
are.
just had a lot of scheduling issues.
Because
well, I did.
Rachel's a mom and I'm a mom too, and
Yup.
yeah, we are both Jews too. All right, so
Okay.
Rachel, so I almost started crying downstairs when I locked up my bike because I had to ride my bike through the park, okay, and then they're like, no, get over here. And everyone is from another country, and they're all wearing I just ran 26.2
foil.
miles, and I'm really skinny.
Yes.
And, you know, and I'm like, you know, there's a bike on the fucking ground. There's a picture of a bike, because that's the bike fucking lane, you fucking assholes. But all I did was scream like, fuck, and they'd all look at me like she's a cunty New Yorker. So
people are still wearing their garb.
yeah, now
next day.
I did. Did you ever run the marathon?
No.
Okay. So
Did
I
you?
ran the yes,
you
I
did?
Yes, I did.
I'm amazed and
Oh,
impressed.
please. I ran the marathon in 1997.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow.
And
That is impressive.
what?
That is impressive.
And Henry was one, and my ex Sharon made this big sign. It said, "I'm proud of my marathon mommy."
Aww. That's really nice.
Sweet.
And so, because I'm me, the year I ran the marathon was a torrential rainstorm.
That's true. It was because of you. It had to be.
And so I had to, like, my sneakers were soaking
my
wet,
gosh.
like going.
Oh my gosh.
And I had to put we had to put garbage bags on, and then I stopped at I had to, like when you train to run, like and you run really long distances, you have to hold your poop and pee in.
I've never trained to run.
Yeah, and so, but then when it has to come out,
You just
that's
let it out, right?
No, because you end up having to go to the bathroom, and you've been holding it in for 45 minutes. That it takes a few minutes for your muscles to relax enough to let it out. So you're going along. I stopped at a firehouse to poop.
Now, I have so many questions.
Wait,
Okay.
I'm on the toilet.
Okay.
And then you can ask. I'm
Okay.
on the toilet, and I'm just about to relax, and the alarm goes off, and it's like, wah, fire, and they're all like flying down the pole and going. I was like, only me. What's wrong, Patrick?
Nothing's happening. Just keep going.
So only me would be sitting on the toilet trying to relax my anal muscles. Is that what they're called? Anal
Sphincter?
muscles?
Your sphincter?
Whatever. And that thing is so big. You're so cute. I love your face.
Okay.
All right. So Rachel Dratch has some questions.
Okay, my question is now, because you would think normally in a 3-hour period you could hold things in. So I'm wondering, does running,
it's it took almost 5 hours.
Okay, 5 hours.
Yeah.
But still, does just doing all that stuff to your body trigger a poop response, or is it just like you didn't time things?
You're going up and down, up and down. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So
I don't know
mostly
because
you have
I've
to
never.
pee.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Because you're drinking and then,
Right.
but you eat, you
So-
do the energy bars. You try to poop before. Like
So
when
you
you
don't
give
wanna
birth,
just-
you want to poop before.
Okay, so you don't want to just pee while you're running because that would create irritation. Why am I talking
No,
about
they
this?
do. That's what they
Okay.
do. They
Okay.
pee. The guys will just take out their wiener.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think the people who are really,
yeah.
the elite
The-
runners,
yeah.
they don't stop for anything.
They
so
just
there
piss
was
and shit
one.
themselves.
So
Oh my
there was
God.
one
Oh
year
my
the
God.
girl got her period.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, and diarrhea, and it was just dripping down her
Oh
leg.
my God.
I hope you guys are eating
Victory.
while you're listening
Victory.
to this.
Yeah. Take a bite now.
I've never been a runner.
So what? But when you start in where do we start? Staten Island? I don't remember. And then
Wasn't the marathon yesterday?
yes, that's why I'm late because they were taking down all the fucking shit in the park, and I was trying to ride my bike through.
I see.
So we start in I think it's Staten Island, and then you have to get there like a few hours early, and it's like freezing, and it's like 5 a.m, and then you get in your little minutes, like, oh, I run a 10-minute mile, I run a 9-minute mile, and then the elite runners go before everyone,
Right.
And then when you start running, it takes like a half an hour to get to the starting line. So I start my watch at that point. I'm not going to start it,
Right.
when they start the race, and I'm still in the back,
Right.
and as you're coming, you see there's a bridge, and everyone takes off their sweatsuits because they don't want to, because it's going to get warmer,
Right.
and there's all these homeless people that take the
For real?
sweatsuits.
Oh,
Yes.
that's nice. They all
Wow.
congregate around the bridge during
Yeah,
the
and
marathon.
then you
Smart.
see, and then and because people have been waiting there for a couple hours, then you see people peeing off the bridge and women squatting. It's an
Wow.
attractive sport.
I'm impressed that you ran it.
Thank you. Rachel,
Yes.
I have been dying to have you here because I have been a very big fan. I mean, I'm very big anyway, for many, many years. Many
That's so
years.
nice.
And as I've done research on you, I've realized that we have a lot in common.
We do?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, we do.
And it's not just that we're Jewish. Blow the whistle. Okay.
No, it's not just that.
Really?
Yeah.
What else?
She's going to abuse this the whole show.
Why?
She's going to make you blow that whistle, I can tell.
Well, we'll see what comes up.
You know,
Yeah.
Okay.
sometimes Hennessy goes on VP, which is known as voice probation, because he gets on my nerves. At my show the other night at 54 Below, Hennessy went on voice probation because
Voice
what did you yell?
I laughed.
No, you were like, no, that's not.
Oh, no, I
you
didn't.
Did,
No,
like,
no.
some asshole
you,
guy.
No,
like,
you were talking to someone in the audience. You were asking him about his tattoos, and he said, I have got a question mark on my left forearm.
and you went,
And I was like, yeah.
and I was like, VP.
I want a question mark. So does my wife.
You want question marks?
Yeah.
All right.
Question everything.
Welcome to Play It, a new podcast network featuring radio and TV personalities talking business, sports, tech, entertainment, and more. Play it at play.it.
Let's begin at the beginning. You
Okay.
grew up in Massachusetts.
Yes.
Your father's a radiologist.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Because you're a Jew and you're a Jew. And your mother worked in like transportation thingy?
Yeah.
Okay. And you have a brother.
Yeah.
And you're older than your brother. Mm-hmm. And you're really smart because you went to Dartmouth.
Oh, well, thank you.
Were you? And you were a really good student.
I was a pretty good student. Yeah, I was
Really?
like I guess I was, yeah.
Hello. Did you do well on your SATs?
I did pretty well in the SATs.
I did so bad. I
You
had like
did?
straight A's.
Yeah?
And I cannot take a test.
Well, there's something to that. I mean,
I know, but it's
that's
like
real.
really bad. It's like I'll sit there for 4 hours going through a multiple choice question because part of it's true and part of it isn't
Yeah,
true.
okay,
So
you do the
OCD.
nuances.
Right.
Right. Makes sense.
And then my brother and sister, of course, both, everyone's a genius in my family.
Yeah?
And then I feel like, then I'm the most.
You're a comedy genius.
So, you went to Second City
Yeah.
and you were very successful there.
Well, now let's slow this down. No, I mean I moved to Chicago to try to get into Second City, and then it took a really long time. I took the classes and then the touring company. So eventually, I got on the main stage there.
Right, and you, but in college you studied psychology and drama.
Yes.
Now was psychology your fallback?
Well, it was kind of my I was genuinely interested in both things.
Right.
And so then I don't know. Maybe you now did you have like another thing you were interested in too?
Well, I didn't. I was gonna be. What was I gonna start as communications? I started out as communications. I ended up being a music major.
Oh, really?
And an economics or business management.
Oh my
minor.
gosh.
But because I had no interest. It was like communicate. I couldn't take it, and I was a music nerd. So
What did you play?
Piano and clarinet.
Wow. All right.
Oh, stop.
Okay.
But I wasn't, but you were like in the drama department, but you mostly did comedies.
I mostly did comedy. Yeah. And
Comedy's
I just
harder than drama.
See, I don't think so. I'm terrible at drama.
You think so?
Yeah, I know so.
No, you're not.
I know. I
No,
want
I
to
am.
disagree with
I
her
am.
too. I asked
no,
her that.
anytime, because I feel really comfortable doing comedy. Like if I'm like going for an audition,
Right.
I'm like I can do this.
Right,
I can
right.
deliver. If I have to do a drama thing, I get all in my head. I hear myself saying the lines.
Right.
And then I don't know. It just confuses
But
me.
you're psychology, so that's you doing that to yourself.
Someone cast
Guess
this woman in a drama.
But you know what though? I've done a few little drama parts, and I think I've done okay. But when I see them, I'm just like, no, just stick to comedy. It's just more of a know yourself.
thing.
It's
Okay.
I'm not bagging on myself, but I just don't enjoy it as much either. So yeah.
All right. So then you go to Second City and you're on the main stage.
Yes, eventually.
And you're
yes.
you're like the it girl.
No.
Yes, you are. You're like
No.
Tina Fey's mentor.
No.
Come on, yes.
Tina and I were together on the main stage for a couple shows, and then she went to go. She was hired as a writer at SNL. She went off to go do that.
Okay.
And then I think I did another show there. Anyway, blah blah. Then but it was I was with so many good people then.
Right.
I really. Honestly,
And you were
not trying to be modest, but it was like a
you
group
were
of
one of the greatest.
it's a group
All right.
of heavy hitters I was with there. Yeah.
And then you go to SNL.
Eventually, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And did you you went as a performer, not a writer?
Yeah, I
but you
went as a
have to
performer.
write too.
Yeah, you have to write too. Right.
Is that
So-
annoying?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, I find writing difficult. So,
Right.
which I think most people do. And what was different at Second City? You do your characters you develop them on stage, improvising, or you have an idea and you bring it in, and you try it out in front of the audience. There was no sitting at a computer writing. So then you get to SNL, and it's totally different. You have to write in an office and not on your feet. And so it's a whole other kind of brain.
They should have like a little mini stage where you guys can go at 5 in the afternoon and perform for one another.
Exactly. Although that
be like,
would
is this funny?
I know. Well, we kind of. So I liked writing with other people
Right.
too. So you'd usually be in an office with some
Like
other
who
people.
was a great writer?
Oh my gosh. Well, a lot of people. I mean, that's the other thing. It's kind of like who do you click with? Because there's people that you love their sketches, but if you were in a room with them, you wouldn't really have the same stuff. So I wrote with Tina a lot, and with Emily Spivey and Paula Pell, the ladies there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know any of them.
Yes, I do.
But anyway, and James Anderson sometimes, and
So
Seth Meyers. Oh my God, Seth Meyers. He can write a sketch, like, because people stay there all night long.
Right.
And, like, he could write a coherent, brilliant political sketch at like 6 a.m. I don't even know how he did it, because most of us, I mean,
forget it.
We were like, but you're there all night, but after 3 a.m. there's kind of diminishing returns for the average person. Yeah.
Yeah, because I wrote on Rosie, which was on the same floor.
Oh, right. Okay.
And I had to have jokes written by 7:30 in the morning, and I
that's hard.
wanted to kill myself.
Yeah.
So it was, I know as a woman in this wonderful business that it must have been difficult dealing with the ego of the male writers. And that there seemed, I know the guy writer. I mean, it must have been worse then than it is now.
No, I think it was worse before I got there than it was. Because when I got there, that didn't really exist, honestly. I know that's the reputation of SNL. Is like, and I don't know what it was like back in 70s, 80s. But when I was there, it was pretty equal. Like, it was like a pretty civilized place. Like, evolved, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So, no, I didn't deal with any, like, oh, you're a guy, so you're trying to, like, I don't know, whatever that thing is.
Well, I know in stand-up, they're all just,
yeah, I've heard that. I've never done stand-up either, so I have no experience.
Well, what this fucking mic, you know what it is? It's that, I'm going on stage and the guy before me is like, yeah, and then I fucked her on the ass, and he's like, yeah, go get me a beer and suck my dick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next act is, that's exactly, and I'm like, I have to follow.
Tough, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
ladies and gentlemen, you're coming to the stage. She's really tall. I mean, it was like, I was like,
gosh,
to the point where when someone was introducing me, I would say, don't say I'm tall.
Right.
Don't lift the mic stand up to the fucking ceiling. Like, it was like, and they'd be like, she's a woman. And then I would say, hey, there's our MC. He's a guy. He has balls and a penis, and finally they would get the fucking hint.
Right.
All right.
Wow.
So at SNL.
Yeah.
I mean, Barbara was fucking fantastic. Barbara Walters.
Oh, Barbara Walters. Okay.
Yeah. But, I mean, you're mostly, what?
For those who don't know, Rachel Dratch does an amazing impression of Barbara Walters.
But see, like, when you said that, I was like, Barbara, are we talking Walters? Because there's obviously people that came before me with the Barbara Walters impression.
No, your Barbara Walters is...
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Well, no. I mean, first of all, of course, Gilda Radner and her own unique take.
Yes.
And then
amazing.
Sherry O'Terry did it, too.
Yeah.
Then Sherry left, and then they kind of, like, tapped me to...
Right,
yeah,
right.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh, Gilda was fucking...
Oh, my gosh.
That is such a tragedy.
Oh, I know. I know.
Let's take a moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
I married someone that looked just like her for a reason.
See, do you see how you just interrupted?
Yeah, I just wanted to get it in there before it didn't make sense. I'm sorry. VP, shh, shake it, bevakasha.
So, I mean, we still talk about Debbie Downer. Like, we still, Elisa has a friend, I call her Debbie Downer. Like, how did you come up with Debbie Downer?
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, when we came up with it, we had no idea that it would be referred to like this. But it was kind of this weird. Okay, so writing characters, like, I could never just sit down and like, I'm gonna write a really great character right now. Like, it would have to be something that just sort of popped into your head randomly.
Right.
So I was on this trip. I went on this trip by myself, which I've never done.
You did?
Yes.
Where'd you go?
I went to Costa Rica.
Alone?
Yes.
Like on a vacation?
Yes.
Love that.
Okay, I
was
couldn't
like,
do it.
I was like, why am I? It was like,
how old were you?
I was on SNL, so it was like whatever, 37 or something.
Right.
Like that.
So 30.
It was like a I'm gonna do this thing. I don't know. So anyways, so I went and but I was at like an eco lodge thing, so it wasn't like I was trekking.
Ew.
No, it was cool.
Oh, it wasn't like
cool.
a Club Med for singles?
No.
Right.
It was like you had your own little hut, and you were in the middle of the
that's
rainforest,
nice.
and it was really cool. But anyway, so it was kind of a
Did
good
you
lesson.
fuck anyone while you were there?
Of course not. So
Okay.
anyway, so there was this I lost my train of thought because you brought
No.
up
Eco Lodge.
Okay.
The thing.
Right.
Right.
So the cool thing about this story is like I had kind of like pushed myself out of my comfort zone because I was like, why aren't I just going with friends? And then this is Debbie Downer was born in Costa Rica. No, not really. No, but we were at this. There was these like communal tables, and so I actually met pretty cool people there. But I said I was from New York. And someone was like, "Oh, were you there for 9/11?" And it was kind of like, "Why are you asking that?" It was like 3 years after 9/11 or something. And so I was, and we were on this vacation. It seemed very incongruous. So I was like, "Oh yeah, I was." And then I had to kind of screech the conversation back on the road, you know.
Oh,
but anyway, that kind of stuck in my head. And then about a week later, I just thought of the name Debbie Downer and someone that like always ruins a good time.
Right.
Sort of thing. And
Funny.
And then I wrote it with Paula Pell.
Oh, she's
It
brilliant.
was awesome. And we were trying to just set it in an office, and it kind of wasn't really jiving.
Right.
And then I think Paula, she was like, we got to put this somewhere really happy.
Right.
So I think she's the one that thought of Disney World for the
Right.
first one where we started laughing.
Right.
There. But yeah, so then it was always at a happy location. And then, of course, people come up to me a lot and say, I know Debbie Downer.
laugh at it.
Oh, good.
I mean, it's
I'm
so
glad to
fucking
know.
funny.
All right, good.
And you cracked up a couple times.
The first one was where we really like totally lost it.
Right.
And I still don't even know quite why I
Right.
lost it then, but yeah, so that was actually one of my favorite moments on the show, just because people always say like, is that show really live? You know.
Oh,
I know.
God.
And so I like when things go a little wrong
Right.
to show you that
Right.
it really is live.
Like on Carol Burnett.
Exactly.
So, first of all, Carol Burnett should fucking host SNL.
Oh, I know.
I mean, they did.
Yeah.
They did Betty White.
Right.
I mean,
And now-
there is no better person to host
so
SNL.
True. She's the master.
I know.
Well, you know, she's going to be on a show that Amy Poehler's producing.
Oh, nice.
Like a sitcom thing. I don't know, but she should host it anyway.
Right.
But you know, they usually bring people on who like have a thing. But they should
her.
totally have her.
Right?
Yes.
Welcome to Play It, a new podcast network featuring radio and TV personalities talking business, sports, tech, entertainment, and more. Play it at play.it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Miss Judy Gold.
Okay, so you're on SNL, and you were, well, how many years?
7.
7.
Yeah.
7 years. That's a good run.
Yeah.
And then, did you love it? Did you?
Yeah.
like,
Basically, yeah. I mean,
every day, did you get up and like pinch yourself? I'm on SNL.
a lot of times, yes.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times you pinch yourself like, oh God, I have to go try to think of something to write. You know,
Right.
it was sort of like, it was the dream job. And then it was also like a lot of pressure, which sounds weird
Right.
because you're like, you're at your dream job. But you have to keep, you know, I can't even describe it.
On the off weeks of the show, or do you work? Do you go into the office?
No.
Okay.
No,
it's
no,
just
no.
like clear your brain out.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. And you hope you get an idea that pops into your head kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
What was the one thing you wrote that you like that didn't get on?
Oh
and you were
my
like,
gosh. Oh, that's a good question. Well, okay, the first thing that pops into my mind is I tried to do this child star, this boy child star. His name was David Mack Wilson. And he was actually, this writer, Andrew Steele, put me as this little, I know, because back when we were doing Ilion the Cuban Boy, we did this musical Ilion the Cuban Boy,
Right.
and Ilion was played by me, David Mack Wilson, the child
Right.
star. So then I tried to spin him off into this
Right.
character, and he was this most annoying child star
Right.
kid, and he was like, "Hey, you ever work with Hanks? That'd be a dream project." You know, he was super annoying. He talked about his macaroni and cheese
Right.
commercials all the time. And so we tried at the table, it did really, really well.
Right,
you know,
right.
we were laughing. And that thing on SNL was you'd have something go well at the table and you're already spinning off into and for the second installment,
right.
and for the third, because this is going to be my franchise.
Right.
And then we did it on the show, and I don't know what it was. It just kind of died. No one understood.
Was it
that-
in the dress rehearsal?
the
or-
dress rehearsal, yeah. No one understood. I think we had me hosting my own talk show, and I was in a suit, which I think threw people off because they didn't know I was a kid. I don't really know. I can't even remember. But something just went horribly wrong.
Right.
And it got 0 laughs. And so, that's one of those
So people
SNL
don't
stories.
know that there's a dress rehearsal show.
Right, there's a dress rehearsal before, and then they put in too many scenes, so
And
your
pick the
scenes
ones
could
that get
cut.
yeah.
Right, and so there's so many points in the week where your scenes. I think I'm turning red with.
No. PTSD?
Yes.
I know. I get that from the Rosie show.
So
yes,
there's all these
because
spots.
the pressure.
There's all these spots where your scene can get cut. So like,
right.
First you just have to get it picked at the table, which is this thing where like, I am getting picked. So that they go back and they decide which scenes are picked for that week. So you come out and you see like, is my scene circled or not?
Right.
So first of all, there's that. Then you do then there's the dress rehearsal,
right?
And then it could also get cut. Even if you're one of the last scenes of the show, it could get cut for time too.
Right.
So if you're trying to squeak into the last minute of the show,
did anyone cry when their scene got cut?
I never saw that. People
like a dress rehearsal. Like
I never saw anyone cry. I'm sure people cried into their pillows at various points.
Right.
Yes.
What was Lauren like?
Lauren. Okay, so. Oh man, I didn't like hang with Lauren. Like some people.
Did he have like? He's
very hands-on though. He's very like.
Right, but I know from comedy, there's like there'll be a club booker or a club, and everyone's like, ooh, cool. And I always feel like, I do the job, but I'm not in your little fucking, cool group.
I don't know if I would word it like that, but yeah, there are people that were closer to him.
Right.
I would say.
Did they get? Special.
I don't know. I mean, there are people on the show that like were. There wasn't like I can't describe it without this being like quoted in internet thing and being blown up all over.
Yeah.
No, I'm not like it's just really hard to describe. Like there are people that are like the stars of the show kind of, and then you can see they're kind of like they're the ones that like are going to be in a lot.
Right.
And then there's the other people, but I don't think it's like. Because this person kissed up to Lauren, or whatever.
Right,
like,
right.
I think Lauren
no one
just
ever got anything for. It was about.
I just think
talent.
there's a natural affinity. Some people.
Well, some people hit it off with people.
Exactly.
And some people don't.
Yeah. But I mean, I perfectly hit it off with him. I just wasn't like
BFFs.
in his room, like eating popcorn and.
Did you ever get jealous when you walked by and you saw someone like, hey?
It wasn't. It wasn't really that blatant. Like so and so's in his office chatting. It wasn't really like that. Yeah.
No daddy issues with Lauren.
Well, is that my okay?
All right.
No, I thought my phone was buzzing. That's
no, that's okay. I have children too.
I wasn't reaching for.
Don't you always think it's a school nurse?
No, because I thought it was. I thought it was interrupting.
It was actually Hennessy's phone that interrupted us.
Okay.
And now Chemda has taken the phone away.
Okay.
Now, you.
It was my phone. I'm really sorry.
Oh, if it's your phone, that's okay. It's okay if it's your phone. So here's where I think we
have similarities.
Yes.
What?
So you leave SNL. Did you purposely leave, or were they like?
Well.
Okay.
That's a whole.
All right.
In a way, yes.
You resigned.
Well,
you probably know when your time is up.
Well,
right?
no, you know what was okay.
Except if you're Bobby Moynihan.
This is like, oh man,
he's been on forever.
Has he?
No, I swear to God, is he the longest? One of the longest?
I don't even know.
I'm having a bite of my croissant.
No, what happened was I went to go do 30 Rock, and then the part shifted on 30 Rock, and then I sort of like inquired about coming back to SNL, like right then and there before 30 Rock had started, and just to see like, well, would this be a thing? And then that year they were like getting rid of people.
Everyone.
They got rid of people. Blah blah blah.
So that's where we.
Is this about like Hollywood?
Well, no. I have been up for parts. I have.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you one story.
Okay.
Okay. That I think you can totally.
I think I see where you're going with this.
Okay. So I am. I'm on Rosie. I'm working. And. She was great to me and gave me a job because, I didn't want to travel when Henry was right there.
Right.
And we had just moved back from New York from LA because my ex said, okay, we can either bring him up in LA or bring him up in New York and you have to pick. And I'm like, there was not even a hesitation. To the chagrin of my representation in LA. But I was like, I don't want my kid, I want my, I'm from New York.
Right.
So, New Jersey. All right. So, I'm at Rosie, and I get a call from my agent. Listen.
Oh, no.
There's this part on Everybody Loves Raymond. and I knew everyone on that show, all the writers. I knew Ray. I started with Ray. It's the name of the character is Judy. She's in her mid-30s. I was in my mid-30s. She's sardonic. She hates who's the brother in that show? Brad Garrett.
Oh,
but
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
She's his partner. She's
that's
and she
great.
hates him, and she's just really sarcastic, and her name's Judy. And it was literally like the words were coming out of my mouth. So they're like, "Can you come in to?" I said, "Well, why? Why would I have to audition? You have to come in and read." So I go into Rosie's office. I'm like, "Okay, I have this part. It's for Judy. It's basically me." And I knew like Lou Schneider, and I knew all of these writers, right? And I said, "Can I just take off work tomorrow?" And I was going to take the earliest flight, and then take like the red eye home, and go to the audition, or I take the 3:00 in the afternoon. Like I'd go in at 11 a.m. It was like literally like I'm the president, and I just go there. So she's like, "Sure." So I am getting ready, and that night before, and my manager calls and it's like, "Just want you to know, when you go in, there's gonna be they have other people, African Americans, who so I mean, it might be Queen Latifah, but it's really between you and I go, well, then no one's going to give it to me if it's Queen Latifah.
She is the queen.
She is the queen. This is 1997 or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no one's going to, and he's like, just, go. So I get there. Okay. I use all my points to fly there. I walk into the waiting room. There are like 100 African-American women in there. All right, I'm exaggerating. 20. 15. I don't know. They call me to go in. Mm-hmm. I read it. Was like, I go home. They gave it to Sherry Shepherd. Mm-hmm. Okay. The name is Judy. She's 35. Mm-hmm. She's saying that CBS wanted to add diversity. Okay, so that's number one. Then I do the pilot for the Newlywed Game. Mm-hmm. And I was born to be, because I'm such a baby, competitive baby, and we do the pilot, and everyone, when the grips and they're all like, "Oh my God, you're so funny." Yeah. You always know when the people that were like, if you're in a comedy club and the way people, stay for your show, then you're funny. So they're all like, so I do the pilot. It couldn't have gone better. I get, I'm like, "Oh, are they going to pick it up? They're going to pick it up?" And it's like, "Yes, it's going to be great, blah, blah, blah." Then they decide they're going to give it to Carney Wilson, because she's more famous than I am. She ends up sucking, so they give it to Sherry Shepherd. So
Sherry Shepherd is a Judy Gold type. That's probably what her casting notice said. We need a Judy Gold type of color.
So then it was time for The View.
Yeah. Oh boy.
And all I wanted was The View.
Really?
And I did a couple of guests.
We got to get Sherry Shepherd on this fucking show.
Anyway, she doesn't even know this, like that, she's taken my life away. But I've been cast in things, and then they're like, "We're going in a different direction."
Okay.
I have been, when I was in LA, I worked all the time. I was on a sitcom. I got an HBO special. And then all of a sudden, it's like, "Oh, you're gigantic and you're a type. You're a character." And meanwhile, I'm watching all these people that I started with. This one's getting a sitcom. That one's getting, this one has a development deal. I'm like, look at my life. It's a fucking sitcom. And a lot of it, I think, was because I was a les. But I know that you left SNL, and then Vanity Fair had like this list of the funniest women, right?
Oh, I guess I don't. I mean, okay, go on.
No, but I just, when I was reading about you, it was like, oh my God, this is my life.
Well, I mean, first of all, it's so funny because like things have turned around.
Right.
So I don't really, whatever. I don't know. I guess everyone
I know
feels
you
it.
don't want to be.
No, but not even. I don't feel so as in touch with that time. Because I think it was just like, okay, like, you know how when you're an actor, like, sometimes things are good and sometimes they're slow.
Ebb and flow and flow and ebb and ebb and flow.
So I just had like a major ebb right after SNL that lasted a really long time.
Right.
And, it was kind of like back then, when you're on SNL, you think like, from here to Hollywood. You just think like SNL's this major springboard.
Right.
And then sometimes it's not as much of a springboard as you expect, as I had expected.
Right.
So, I was getting called in, like whatever. I don't even like to. I'm just afraid of like fueling the internet, and I become the spokesperson for this. No, because this has happened to me before. Like anytime I talk about this topic,
don't
it's
worry,
like
no one listens.
But what I mean is, it's like this like hot topic, and then people pick up on these things, and then I find I've like lit a match again to the whole thing. But anyway,
all right,
that's what we do.
So
on this
that's
show.
why I'm being at this
cautious,
point cagey.
Yeah.
No, things just were very slow after SNL, and so then I just had a lot of time on my hands. And but that's kind of then. But then, and I was only getting called in for certain types of roles that I kind of didn't exactly.
Which I know were very lesbians, secretaries,
and unattractive
HR people. I go in a lot for like ambiguous gender because I'm so gigantic.
I was just kind of like, it was kind of a shock to see like how. The casting people saw me and only in this little narrow slice.
So unusual.
But then after about a couple years, maybe 3 years, I don't know what, something just shifted and now everything kind of went back and I get cast as regular.
I feel like, I had done all this work and I had gotten to a certain point and the work would continue to come.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead, I have to constantly reinvent myself. Now, in 2010, I had a very bad clinical depression. So that lasted like a couple of years, where I didn't feel right for a long time. But that period of my life, I don't forget it. And I don't ever forget that this can all go away.
Right.
And there are some people I look at who've never had that.
That's true.
And it's really, it's so hard to be around because, they're so like not worrying.
Exactly.
I'm always worrying, when is this going to end? When is this going to end? And they don't ever have to worry about that because they have enough money to live for the rest of their lives, It's so hard to be friends with people, because Elisa, my partner, is, we're like, I have friends who are very successful.
Yeah.
And she doesn't understand how, why are we going to there? Why do we have to go there and then feel like shit and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, because they're my friend. Like, I'm happy that they're successful. But I'm also like, I just want one job so I don't ever have to worry about money again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think also, again, back to the SNL thing, like, I think, coming there, you're like, I'm going to do this and that.
Right.
And I just kind of ended up, I hate to say it was like a good lesson because it didn't feel so great at the time. But, but like now, I mean, I've been doing, I don't want to say like I dropped my goals down, but I mean, I just became happy with what came my way. Exactly. Or what I produced or whatever. So, I dropped this like, I'm going to be that and that and that. And instead, just like, I'm doing this play and this, like, remembering like the joy of why you got into the whole thing in the first place. Sort of thing. So,
but
and now,
it's like when I do stand up and I'm like, I have to go to this club and it's like, but that's what I started. I love that. But it's like, I don't want to have to do it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's a little different in terms of like having to go to a stand up gig or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like enough stuff is happening for me that I don't really sit around and think about this as much.
Right.
That's why, I don't know. I guess I don't.
Like, I should shut the fuck
no,
up.
No, I just don't feel like I'm in touch with those feelings very much about like when I was off SNL and nothing was happening. Like, yeah, I don't know. Just not really.
I've had so many ebbs and flows and ebbs and flows and flows and ebbs.
Yeah.
But, so I've learned to live with it, but I
me
still
too,
get very. When I open my calendar, and there's nothing
That's
there.
What Joan Rivers said.
Yes, and when
thing.
we saw that movie, and Joan was there when we were, we saw it in the small little viewing thing, and she looks at her book, and Elisa is like, "Oh my God, that's you." But it's true. It's like I don't know when my sister's always complaining. I have 3 more years, and then I retire, and then I can do whatever I want, and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't know where my next dollar's coming. You know what I mean?
Well, I also think I kind of shifted my whole mindset when I had a kid, and now like I really like hanging. He's only 6.
I know.
He's a little guy, so I really like having the free time with him, and so I like doing things like here and there, instead of like being on a set all day and da 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 da. Like, so I like these little gigs, like guest spots, and
I do watch some people who are parents as well who work all the time, and I'm thinking, like, when do you see your kid?
Yeah.
It must be, whatever.
Welcome to Play It, a new podcast network featuring radio and TV personalities talking business, sports, tech, entertainment, and more. Play it at play.it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Miss Judy Gold.
All right. There was something I read that I also agreed with.
What?
Was that I don't know if you had said this or someone else said that if you were a guy, you would have had your own show.
Oh my gosh, did I say that?
I don't know. It was written, and I've always said that.
It was said about her.
It was said about you that if you were, and I have always felt that like. Here I've pitched so many shows, that I'm in this, and they were my life. My ex is living in my apartment building, and we're sharing custody, and my mother and my neighbors, and it was, literally, but I was a lesbian, so I was like, and they were always like, well, we don't know, and now it's like everyone's a fucking lesbian, and I'm too old to be a fucking lesbian.
I don't think so.
Oh please,
I would just watch your show.
Oh, Rachel.
I would. Are you kidding me? I'm trying to think of when I first saw you do comedy. Were you in a film or something? Doing stand up?
Probably.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. Okay.
All right. So
edit that out. Okay.
Now, but so you. What did it say about your love life? That you were just always dating like serial killer kind of guys?
What?
Wait, where is this?
She dated a sex addict.
Wait, sex addict, right?
Oh my gosh.
But you did date the head of the hockey team.
That was in high school.
Right. Were you really popular in high school?
She liked the jocks.
I did like the jocks.
Were you popular?
I would guess so.
Okay, you would know.
I would say. I would say I felt comfortable in high school.
Okay,
with my friendship situation.
Okay, well that's good because I would walk in the door and hear Bigfoot and Sasquatch for fucking 8 hours and then have to go home.
Oh man.
So okay. So.
But the word popular, it implies like cheerleading and like homecoming queen. It wasn't like that. I just mean like I liked high school. I liked high school.
You got up and you weren't like.
That's true.
I have to go there.
That's true.
Okay. And did you go to the prom?
I did go to the prom.
Mm-hmm. Who'd you go with? The head of the hockey team?
No. Well, okay. So I was a junior. He was a senior. That year, yes, I went with him. But then he was gone. then I went with a friend.
A gay?
No, not a gay. Just a friend. Like we both didn't have dates, so we went together. Senior year. Yeah.
Are you still friends with him?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like I'm not really in good touch with him, but.
All right, whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So.
You're like that's boring. Move on. Okay.
All right. So you're dating this guy, and then.
Oh my gosh. What? He's a hockey guy?
No, we're done with hockey.
Oh God.
Are you mad at me?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not mad at you. But see, okay, so, oh man, is this from the book or something like that?
No, it's just I just want to. Then you get pregnant. You don't even.
Oh, this.
Yeah,
oh gosh. Oh, this. Okay, yeah.
I'm not going back to that.
You're going in such another direction here.
No. I want to go into the parenting.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
So you meet this guy.
Yes.
How'd you meet?
It's a crazy story. Mm-hmm. This is is why I don't like doing podcasts, because it's like opening up your diary to everybody. Even
No,
though
Facebook is opening up your
I put this stuff
diary.
out there way back when. Okay, so yeah, I'm dating this guy. I'm 43, and it's long distance, and
Those are the
because I'm
best.
43 and well, almost 44. Anyways, surprises occur, and
Ding dong.
and I've found myself to be pregnant.
Right.
And
And you were in shock. Like
I was in total shock.
You thought you were menopausal.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. So then.
It's a little young for menopause.
So.
Yeah.
Well, my mom had early menopause.
Oh, okay.
Does that get the Jewish whistle? I don't know. Okay.
Oh,
so
yeah, wait.
I just said it in a voice. My mother had early menopause. So anyway,
My mother had early menopause.
So yeah. Then here I was in this kind of crazy situation. And he moved to New
All
York.
right. I want the day you took the test.
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, I called up my friend and I was like, I think I'm going through menopause.
Right.
My friend from home. And she was
what's
like,
their friend's name?
Megan. And she was like,
Jewish.
Wah, wah.
so
Okay.
she was so
Debbie Downer.
she so she said, maybe you're pregnant. I was like, I don't think so. And then I went and bought the test. And then I was so sure.
All right, so you went to CBS.
I went to Dwayne Reed, and then and I
Have
put
to know every detail.
By the way, I've never even bought a pregnancy test. Like I'm
Right.
not like someone that's been through the scare many.
Right.
So I put
Me neither.
I put the thing on the counter, and the cashier was like, "Oh, I don't even want to look at these." And so then I was like, "Oh,
Do
I
it
don't
again.
oh, I don't even want to look at these."
I don't want to look at these.
And so then I said, "Oh, I don't think there's anything to me." Like I'm even like oversharing with
Right.
the cashier. And so then I go home and then I pee on the stick and then I don't even think, like I'm not like, "Oh, what is it?"
Right, right.
And I just like go watch TV or something, and then I come back and I see there's 2 lines, and then I was like, "Well, what is that?" And then I was like, and that was that.
All right, so first person you called.
Well, I called my friend Amy, and she wasn't home.
Amy who?
Amy Wasserman.
Okay.
And then I called Megan because I'd been talking to her earlier
Right.
about this whole thing.
Right.
And then that was that.
And then what did Megan say? You're so calm. I love it.
Wait, no, you know what happened? Wait, was Megan even home? No, then all my friends. I don't remember. Someone wasn't home, and I was like desperate.
Freaking.
Oh yeah. Then I called my friend Debbie Hoden. Yes, blow the whistle. And,
Okay.
And she was home, and
I like that
Yes.
Rachel and I are leaning back to not hear the
I know.
whistle, but we still have
Anyway.
headphones on.
Yeah.
and then later that afternoon.
So you didn't call your parents?
No, I didn't tell them for a while. Because I wanted to stay in person, And
Yeah, that's what I did too.
And so yeah.
So then when did you call your boyfriend?
Oh my god, I called him later that day.
Yeah, and let's
I
do the
called
phone
him.
call.
Okay, well,
Ready?
so he was driving. He was driving.
Okay.
And
Hello?
I was like, "Oh, are you in your car?"
Yeah. Fuck you, asshole.
Okay, and then I said, because he was in his car, I was like, can you call me when you get home?
What's wrong? Get out of my lane! What's wrong?
Gosh, luckily, he was not.
Look,
quite-
I'm actually doing the steering wheel like we're not on a podcast. Okay.
know.
All right.
And then I wanted to tell him when he wasn't in the car.
Right.
So.
All right, I'll call you when I get home.
Okay.
All right.
I feel like this is like over. I don't know.
I'm
I feel
doing
weird.
scenes. We always do scenes.
I know the scene is fine, but I'm turning redder. And
No, it's so cute.
just because I feel like anyway.
No, it's fine. Hello?
Anyway.
What's up? What's up? Rach. Did he call you Rach?
I don't remember. Then I said, I can't do this. Oh my god. Anyway, eventually I choked out that I had taken a test that said I was pregnant. We were both very scared because, we hadn't been dating that long.
Right.
So
But you
this
liked
was like,
him.
This was like, speaking of sitcom. This was
Right.
like yeah. And so then.
Whoa! Wow.
So
what?
Well, no, we were both freaking out.
What? Okay.
And then we kind of navigated the whole thing together, and he moved to New York because he was like, I can't imagine knowing I had a kid growing up across the country.
Oh.
I know. So we moved to New York. So we are co-parents. We didn't end up like
in a
relationship.
relationship.
Yeah, but we were co-parents.
That's
and he's
so
a very
great.
good dad. And
are you good
he's
friends?
very involved. Yeah. We do family things together.
That's so great. Yeah. So if you go on a family vacation, do you sleep in separate?
Oh my gosh.
Well, no, because I'm divorced, so essentially, well, I have these friends, married, 2 kids, and then she's like, I'm a lesbian. So now, but they go on family vacations.
Yeah.
So many of our generation parents didn't even get along and just stayed together.
I know, that's
true. And to see 2 people, to see a mother and a father who have a really great friendship is
like one of the
awesome.
healthiest parent.
So does he
partner
spend a lot of
relationship?
time with
Oh yeah.
Eli Benjamin?
Yeah.
I love that
Eli
name.
Benjamin. Yeah.
Who named?
We both did. Mm-hmm. But we had very different names. I liked all these Old Testament.
That's me.
Blow the whistle, and I like. Oh, so loud!
God, I need Rachel here all the time.
I liked all these Old Testament names,
right.
and he liked more like whatever regular names.
Right.
So Eli was like the one name that we had like the crossover.
I love that name.
Yeah. Although everyone's named Eli now.
That's when I named Henry.
Really?
Everyone's like, Henry. Now everyone's kid is named Henry.
Yeah, I guess. Well, there's a ton of Eli's happening.
Eli and Henry, that's like some solid.
There's some solid.
Yeah, but like,
names.
I can't imagine someone being named like Leonard. Like, there's some names of my parents' friends.
Yes, Oh no, actually.
What, Stanley's?
No, but I know a little Stanley actually. I do.
That's cute.
I do know a little
I
Stanley.
could see
But
Stanley.
the reason I said Stanley is because that's my dad's best buddy.
What about Max?
Max, that works for old and young.
I know, but when we were kids, no one was named Max.
That's true.
I
You're
love
right.
Max.
You're right.
I used to I wanted to be named Max. I used to have my friends call me Max when I was little.
I had my friends call me Robert.
That's
I had my relatives call me Ringo. Was Ringo or Robert?
Ringo's good.
Yeah.
Wait, do you know what my grandmother's name was? Goldie.
Oh,
Get the whistle.
I
know. Yeah, Goldie was my grandma.
That's such a great name.
I know, isn't it?
I could see a little Goldie.
I know, it's cute.
I mean, they're all coming back
They
now,
are all
Rachel.
coming back, I know.
All those names.
I know.
Yeah, they were all coming back.
I'm trying to
Lowell.
think. Lowell.
Yeah.
Lowell Jensen. Who is that? Seems
I
like
don't
should
know.
be a name. Lowell Jensen. That's what I'm going to name my kid.
VP. Okay, so you are now a mother of a 6-year-old.
Yes.
And your 6-year-old will have a female president.
I hope so.
Yes. I know. This is being recorded the day prior to the end of the world, as we know it.
The end of the world.
You know what?
2016.
The good thing about this session here is it took my mind off my constant phone checking.
I can't.
And
I feel like it is.
I love that you called it a session, though. Like it's
session.
therapeutic.
It is.
But it's. I can't. I hate him, and his people are so okay.
I know.
So
it's really distressing.
You have a. So you have you met a lot? Like I know through my child, I have a lot of friends because we met.
Yes.
Through having children.
Yeah.
Have you
I
expanded
have a whole
your
mom pod. Yeah.
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 And they're great, right?
Yeah.
Do
They're
they
cool,
all
they're
are they
fun.
all like, oh my god, I love you, oh my god?
No,
Yes.
that's the best thing. No, because it's just like we start out together at
Right.
preschool,
Right.
And we just have these little text chains of our funny
Right.
little mommy problems, and so yeah, I have this little group of moms that I really dig, that I hang out with a lot, and then my other theater friends and you
Right,
know.
it's nice, right?
Yeah.
So Eli gets to see a lot of different kinds of people.
I guess so.
Trans.
Yeah.
Question. Now, you have an SNL mommy support group.
Oh yeah, I have that too. Yeah.
Yes, I read about that.
Yes.
Do tell.
Yes. Well, I don't know that that's like, we more just like have a little text chain as well, and then so
Right.
we just commentary on anything from the elections to.
Did you ever send a text to the wrong group?
No, luckily. Well, actually, it's kind of the same topics, though. Actually, now that I think of it, but no, it's just like
Copy-paste
funny.
both.
It's like funny SNL lady commentary on whatever might come along.
You know, as a producer, I can see a show there. Isn't it incredible being like? Can you ever imagine loving anything?
No, and actually, it's funny because that's why the whole career thing. Like, of course, I still love doing comedy, and I love working and all that stuff, but and I don't want to sound like I was after you have a kid, it's all changed.
But it's true.
But
It's like when I go home and I'm like my favorite time of my life is being with my kids, except when they're fighting. But spending time with them is like literally my favorite thing. And I know my parents spending time with me was not their fucking favorite thing. But
that's a good point.
And my brother and sister are like, you know, forget it. But you know, like last night we just hung out. I mean, we just hang out.
Yeah.
It's so much different than when we were kids.
That's true.
There were so many boundaries. It was like my parents would have these dinner parties and be like, you going upstairs?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's it. Come down, you say hello, and then you're upstairs. Did you get that too?
Yes.
You're staying
and you hear
up,
them all downstairs, yeah.
And it was like...
Very flowers in the attic.
It was so weird. You know, I'd have to come down and be like, hello, Mrs. Hello, and then I have to go upstairs for the rest of the night.
Yeah. That's true.
Now it's like...
Right, they're part of the gang.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Except
right.
for the friends who have no kids, who are always like, hey, you know what? We just decided last minute we're going to have margaritas and, you know, can you come over? No, I can't. Oh, come on. You can leave him there for like... No, he's not a fucking dog, okay? He's not a dog. I don't leave out water. I can't... When people are like, oh, they're cute. Let me show you my dog. And it's like, your dog looks like every other dog of that breed, okay? It doesn't look different. I hate when people equate their pets. No?
Yeah. No, I mean, I
love pets.
Dogs are people
I get
too.
what you're saying.
They're not.
No, they're not.
But they are. You do get very close. I mean, I've had cats, and you know, I do love dogs, and I can see it breaking your heart.
No, I don't have dogs currently, but I get how people, you know, turn them into their kids a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know, so you have a new show on True TV.
Oh yeah, and yes.
What?
No, I thought you were gonna. I'm doing this other one on ABC too, so I thought.
Oh, what's the ABC one?
ABC is called Imaginary Mary.
Yeah.
And I'm the voice of an imaginary friend of Jenna Elfman.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so everyone in the show is real, and then
and you're the voice.
And I'm the voice,
That
which
sounds
is fun.
fun.
And then the True TV one is called Late Night Snack, and that's like this. They kind of conglomerate. Is that a word? It's a conglomerate of sketches.
Dartmouth.
It's a conglomerate of sketches of kind of like up and coming sketch comedians. And then last year I didn't really do anything in it, and this year I'm doing little characters in between.
That's so great.
So it was kind of fun to do
And
the
it
characters.
was, and you did a lot of characters on 30 Rock.
Yes. Yeah.
Wasn't that? I mean, that must have been every time you were on that set because you were replaced by Jane Krakowski.
That bitch. Just kidding. We
come
love her. We
on.
love her. We
But
love her.
must
Just
have
kidding.
been. I mean, like I have too many feelings, but I just thought, how was you're there.
Well, you
and
know
you're
what?
a part
Actually,
of it. Yeah.
Okay, the real deal on it was like I really wasn't like that part wasn't really right for me.
Right.
And then, so when I saw her do it, I was like, oh yeah, like you're better
Yes.
at that, and I'm better at all these things. The thing that was hard about it was that it got so picked up by all the
Right.
media, which is
Right.
the word we're hearing a lot lately. It was like the story
Right.
and so if it had just been like me going to set and like, oh yeah, this part, because we're
Right.
used to parts getting
Right.
shifted. It was just that it was so sort of public that
Right.
made it kind of gnarly for me. But the actual, like, when I got there, it was actually really cool because the first day, I think Jane was like, this is kind of weird, huh? And I was like, yeah. And then that was kind of it. Like, it was kind of
she's
nice
so
to just like
nice.
clear it and
Yeah.
then it would move on kind of thing. But it was really fun to do all the little different characters
right,
and stuff like that
right.
because that's sort of what I do.
And you did Shakespeare in the Park, as did I.
Yes, we both
Yes.
are veterans
Yes.
of the public
And-
theater
and did you-
Shakespeare in the Park.
Did you do the first? Was your show the
Ours
first one
was
or the second one?
Oh my gosh.
Was yours July,
I can't
August, or
remember.
May, June?
Oh shoot, I think we were the second one. I hope that's right.
What
Was
did
it
it
hot
run
as
and rep
fucking
with?
hell?
If I'm wrong. No, it wasn't. Oh, Tech Week was super hot. Other than
Yeah.
that, no, it was fine. It was fun. But you know what? So I came in on like page 47 or something like that.
Oh, that's good.
It was me and this comedian, Jeff Hiller. And first of all, weren't you so psyched to be doing Shakespeare in the Park? Because don't you think like, well, how can a comedian, like every once in a while, they let a comedy person
of my
and so you're like, you feel like you just squeaked in there.
Right.
So that's how I felt. And I was paired with Jeff Hiller, who's this really funny comedian. We were the kind of this duo in the show. And we didn't come in until much later. So I don't know what my point is, but it wasn't like a heavy lifting.
But I did it, and I was like, oh, good. Now no one can say she can't act.
Right. That too, yes.
Right.
It is a nice credit.
It's a very nice credit.
Exactly.
Even though I gave up going on the road with Cyndi Lauper for it.
But now you're doing something with her coming up.
Oh, the December 3rd thing? Yeah. That's at the Beacon. Oh, it's the...
What do you do with Cyndi Lauper?
Well, she does that True Colors thing, like the big concert.
Okay.
I'm just dying in the back.
Why?
But then what do you do?
Her favorite.
Do you open for her or something?
Well, I was gonna, but then I did Shakespeare in Prague. It was gonna be it was her and Boy George, and I was gonna go on, and I couldn't. So, but I'm doing the thing at the Beacon. Like she does every December for charity because she's nice. And speaking of charity, Donald Trump's never given any money. And so, all right, so that's great. The voiceover thing is so good because you don't have to wear makeup.
Oh, right. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. It's fun. Yeah.
And the True TV, I was on True TV, and now I'm not. And, I do this podcast at Play.shit, and, I make no money. So it's great. The podcasts are really...
lucrative?
Yeah, very lucrative. So, in our... We always ask our guests certain questions. First question is... Well, I think I know the answer to this one. Do you have
Rachel
any tattoos?
Rachel is preparing.
No. Jewish whistle.
Okay.
You can be married.
This is not even a loud whistle. Is it?
Really? I don't know. It feels it to me, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah. We are wearing the headphones, and we do keep leaning away. It's so interesting.
Okay, VP. And... Patrick, is it going loud on the thing?
It's fine.
See, he's so cute, Patrick. He's the straight,
it's fine.
No personality guy. I'm kidding. You're married, right? What does your wife do?
She's a teacher.
Oh, I love teachers.
Lord's work.
What does she teach?
2nd grade.
Oh, that's the best.
Do you have any kids?
No kids.
Yeah, don't do that. All right, I'm kidding. Are you going to have kids?
I'm kidding.
Probably, it doesn't look like it.
Why?
Oh, that's a long story.
Oh, God.
Because she's around second graders all day.
Right. She doesn't need any more.
Oh, God. I always ask the right question. Anyway, so we talk about what pisses us off the most in the world.
Oh, my gosh.
And I have a lot of things. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, this is the biggest kill me now, okay? Verizon.
Oh, it's this like every other show.
No. Verizon is, they will not repair the landlines. Like, they cut the copper and they won't repair them because they're trying to force people to do files. So our intercom system is a landline. It calls you.
Oh, the new one?
And it has not worked for 2 weeks now. Okay? And the emergency phone in the elevator also doesn't work, which is, really bad. And there's elderly people who have landlines.
Right.
And so I've been tweeting all night about,
okay.
But it fucking pisses, like, I cannot buzz people into my apartment. Like, I have to go down fucking stairs.
You don't take the elevator? Because
I do take the elevator.
The elevator.
Okay, so what's something that really pisses you off? You don't seem like you get pissed off a lot.
Well, I probably do. I just can't. You know what? Because I think this might be too timely, but with the election and everything.
Yes, you can
I couldn't really think, like, nothing else is really bothering me except that, honestly, right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's hard to focus on.
Yeah, so then it's hard to think of, like, traffic jams when, like, the world
Have you
is
lost any friends because of the election, or people you will not talk to?
Okay, so I have 2 Republican friends, and they're not voting for Trump. So they say. then, like, it's funny because living in New York, you really don't run into any Trump people. But my friends, I was just in Boston over the weekend in the suburbs, and they were marveling that I don't know anyone voting for Trump personally.
Like they were happy?
Except I do have
Good.
But I do have a little branch of relatives that I think is probably voting for Trump.
Right.
We just
the
don't
Israel branch?
Probably. I didn't think that could surprise me.
Yeah, sorry.
Anyway, I have like soul crushing agita. Not only that he could win, but that people are getting behind all the hate, if I may just put it in a bumper sticker.
I mean, the fact, like, saying that you're going to grab someone's pussy, that should be like, all right, you're done. There are so many all right, you're done moments that he wasn't done.
Right.
If Hillary Clinton
he just says that.
VP, if Hillary Clinton said, I'm going to grab your dick, I'm going to grab his dick, like, that'd be the end of it. That would be the end of it. And there, and what's the, shut up.
Yes, miss.
Well, and the fact that, they will bladder leak all her emails, and no one will show the tapes of The Apprentice.
Right. Or the tax. Like, why can't they hack into taxes? I don't know. I don't understand.
Yeah, how does he get away with not?
There's just so many. There's so many problems, but I think it's depressing that so many people are backing him.
Right.
Anyway, I know that's not funny at all, and I'm supposed to be.
No,
like,
this is fine.
comedy
This is the
person.
kill me now
This
part.
is the kill me now part of like you want to fucking kill yourself.
Okay.
Now,
Beyond that,
here's
red lights. No, I don't know. There's nothing.
I can't. I mean, I'm
It's
so on edge.
all-consuming.
I can't
I
wait
know.
till it's over. But then I'm thinking, is everyone going to have like,
I know. Then
like after you, are we all going to be like wanting it? Are we addicted to it? Are we addicted to this?
Well, I think I thought you were going to say, like, even if Hillary wins, like, there's still going to be this
Oh,
element
it's-
that's
there
been like
is.
rabble roused.
But then
So
it's
I
just
think
like,
they'll be,
fuck you.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Our other question, we ask everyone. I don't even know. What do you? I don't think so at
don't
all.
think so
I'm going to
either.
go with no on this question.
Me too.
What?
We ask everyone because we are
She told me
very
this.
into mental health.
Oh, yeah.
here.
Okay, yeah.
And that anxiety, depression, all of that is completely normal.
Right.
Are you on any antidepressants?
I am not.
I knew it. Woo! Ooh.
Yep.
Fucking.
But I do believe in therapy.
Yes,
So-
I'm in therapy.
Yeah.
This has been a
Well, I
good
believe
session.
in antidepressants too. I just mean I've
You've been helped via therapy.
Yes.
So you don't feel like you have a chemical.
I don't think so.
You would know. You would
Yeah.
know when you wake up and you're like,
Yeah.
I can't
Right. Right.
That just
you're
gives
so
me anxiety.
lucky. You're so lucky because it's horrible.
You're so lucky.
You're lucky. And your little brother is a what is
He's a writer.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in LA.
Do you see him a lot?
Not that. I mean,
you
when I go to
close?
LA, yeah. I mean, like I do when he's here and I'm there, but I
You're
don't.
like an older sister.
I don't get. But I don't like.
But at least you have something
since he
in
lives so
common
far.
with him.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's funny too. So I mean, not like too. I just said I was funny by saying that. I mean, he's
Is he
in
married?
common.
You are funny.
He's getting
You can
married.
say
He's
that.
Getting,
It's
He's
a
getting
fact.
married.
yeah.
Who's he married?
She's not Jewish.
What?
She just dropped the whistle.
How do you do
Are
it?
you kidding me? And so now the kids are going to be what?
I don't know. I'm sure they'll
Diluting the race.
I know. I've done it as well.
that
but
sounds familiar.
I diluted the race too.
Great.
Great.
Is
Well,
he like going to have a bar mitzvah?
I don't know. You know what's hard is like when you're the only Jewish parent, it's kind of a hard sell when you think of like.
Yeah, but it's so.
No, I mean, we
they
do
get
holidays.
a lot of cash.
No, what I mean, I don't mean the bar mitzvah. I mean, like, it's hard to be like, we're going to services for Rosh Hashanah.
Right.
And then they're like, well, is it going to be fun? And you're like,
no.
Let's just go and see how you like it. Oh, this is really funny. Wait, this is really funny. So last year, I brought him to, a friend of mine was going to like a family service at a conservative temple.
At B'nai
there.
Jeshurun?
No, it was Brotherhood. Okay.
Okay, because mine's yeah.
So anyway, no, I was raised Reformed, but anyway, so we went, and it wasn't really a family. It was a family show, but it wasn't the kids service. I thought it was a kids service, with like guitar and
that's what ours.
And this was like it was just a regular service where like you could talk because you're a kid. Right. But anyway, so he turns to me partway through, not that long into it, and he just goes, "This is the worst thing I've ever been to in my life." And he's 5. He's
Were
5.
you proud?
He goes, "This is the worst thing I've ever been to in my life." And so I was kind of laughing, you know. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, "Okay, well, we can go." And then he was like, "No, we have to stay. I want to see the rest of the show." Like he was just like, he wanted to stick it out. But then, then for Yom Kippur that year, it was like, whatever, 10 days. I don't know how much afterwards. So then I was like, okay, I'm bringing him to a different one, like a kids one.
Right.
So we go to the kids one. And then I told him, this is going to be shorter. It's going to be more fun, blah, blah, blah. So then we go to that one, and he turns to me and he goes, "You said this would be shorter and more fun. You lied."
Okay. So wait, I have a good Rosh Hashanah. So we're at Yom Kippur. First of all, I'm
sorry to interrupt. I know I'm on VP. I'm just mentioning that Rachel needs to leave.
Oh, sorry.
No, let's hear the story though.
So I love going to shul. I mean, I spent 6.5 hours in shul on Yom Kippur. But
oh my gosh,
the night before, I love the music. Okay. I have no parents, and my mother was. I feel connected. Yeah. I don't believe all the but I do feel anyway. And mine's very like touchy-feely, meditation-y.
Okay.
All right. So anyway,
it's a hippie temple.
I might need to know about that. Okay, go on. She's about to say VP. Okay. Is that what it is?
Oh, God. You're so good. All right. Anyway, so we're sitting at services, and Ben is sitting next to me, and like, can I leave? How much longer? And it would be like every
just
3 minutes. Yeah.
Okay,
it's 15.
Yeah.
How much? And then he'd do these like, he wouldn't even if he like it was interesting, he wouldn't even and he the whole time. How much longer?
Oh
Mommy,
my gosh.
I can't take it anymore. You don't understand. This is torture. And it's like going on and on. Torture. Mommy, I swear to God, I want to kill myself. I can't. And he's going on and on. Finally, I'm like, get out, go. So him and his friend Gabe leave.
Everyone turns around and looks.
So no, it wasn't. So they leave. I mean, literally, like there for 20 minutes because I couldn't take that. What time is it? What time? I literally was like showing my watch. So then. I'm walking out and I bump into this woman who, I know through the shul and blah, 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 blah. And I had, I kind of bonded with her when I was in my depression because she also suffers from, depression. I was like reaching out to these people and she, and so we're leaving. She's like, "Hi, Judy." And she's really nice. And I'm like, "Hi." And I'm like in an agitated mood, which is so unusual for me. And I said, "Ugh, I gotta go. I got sitting here. My son wants to kill himself, and I have to sit here. It was so annoying." And blah 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 blah. And then a few weeks go by, and we spoke, and she was like, "So did your son really want to kill himself?"
You should send her the link to your podcast. Maybe it'll clear things up.
So she literally was like, "How are you? How are you?
Is
everything okay?"
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, "Yeah." Well, you had mentioned your son.
Oh, and you probably said it in a really casual way.
Yeah, I was like, I can't take. I was like, ugh, it's so annoying. My son was here, and he's like, now he wants to kill himself because it was just so like.
That's so funny.
Hey, how are you? I hate when people are like,
"How are you?"
Do you get that, Chemda?
I want to talk to you.
Hey, Chemda, how are you?
It's every text that comes in there.
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah.
Rachel. I can't thank you enough. I love you. My dream would be that we work together.
Oh my God.
Mine too. That would be awesome.
That'd be so. What can we do? We could do a web series. We could do something. You're so fucking funny.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
You really are.
So
My
nice.
You are
favorite
so
characters.
talented.
I just have to say this. My favorite characters you do anytime you play a little boy.
It's the best.
It warms my heart.
you.
I never laugh out loud.
You could be my
at
son.
Anything.
That's true.
It really is the only time I laugh out loud.
You can be my son and we go to family therapy.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Pretty good
How funny would that be?
Yes.
That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yes. Beautiful.
All
Okay,
right,
I'm going to
we're
start
doing
writing
that.
these.
I'm not kidding. We're doing that. Rachel Dratch, thank
you for having
Are you
me.
a social media person?
Yeah, Twitter, yeah.
Twitter, and is it at Rachel Dratch?
Yes, it's at The Real Dratch.
The Real
Because someone was
Dratch.
pretending to be me. That's why I'm The Real Dratch. Yeah.
So,
That's
The
when
Real
you know you've made
Dratch
it.
and ABC.
ABC and True TV. And ABC, Imaginary Mary. True TV, Late Night Snack.
And I mean, I can't thank you enough for
Judy,
being here.
Thank
It's
you.
just one of my faves.
You'll be in North Caldwell, New Jersey on November 17th. Just want to let people know
I'm doing
that.
the Read benefit for autism.
Yeah, and you should
I'll be
come
in
down.
LA this week.
Yeah? Doing stand-up?
Huh?
What are you doing in LA?
I did an episode of a new series on Showtime, and they have to reshoot one of the scenes at night
Okay.
because it was during the day and the
what
lighting
is it?
sucked.
What
It's called
show?
I'm Dying Up Here. It's
Okay.
the
Did I hear of that?
it's the new Showtime series about stand up in the 70s.
Oh my gosh, how
It's-
cool.
Yeah, it's
That's
really
really
cool.
cool.
And I got to
Wow.
wear I wear 70s.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so fun.
And it's, I'm not allowed to talk about what I play. but
okay.
I'll
Did you
tell
have to bring all your
By the way,
own
last
clothes?
week-
No. And I usually have to bring all my own clothes. I have
Last
that
week I was
joke,
on
yeah.
the plane and I was watching a bunch of Sex and the Cities and you appeared.
Oh, as the Barnes & Noble person.
Yes!
Judy Toll wrote that. My friend Judy
yes,
Toll.
I saw that. Mm-hmm.
Dead.
And
All
on
right.
that note,
Yeah.
I'm not. Do
dead.
it. Just do it.
wah wah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
so much. You are fucking great.
Oh my gosh.
Continued success.
Same to you.
And gesund,
And,
gesund, and go Hillary.
Go Hillary.
So long.
And everything was wonderful. I'll see you soon. Thank you for the visit. So long.
Hey, I'm Ryan Reynolds. Recently, I asked Mint Mobile's legal team if big wireless companies are allowed to raise prices due to inflation. They said yes. And then when I asked if raising prices technically violates those onerous 2-year contracts, they said, "What the f*** are you talking about, you insane Hollywood ass?" So to recap, we're cutting the price of Mint Unlimited from $30 a month to just $15 a month. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes per details.